Oh yeah,
That's
good
what we're
jump.
looking for.
Pretty jump.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
Pretty jump. Yeah, nice fish. Nice fish, yeah.
Watch them hooks.
He's hooked pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unusual for me to hook one pretty good.
Grady White Boats' reputation for designing ruggedly elegant fishing boats is legendary. Our attention to quality, detail, and customer service is unmatched. From our Fisherman 180 and Coastal Explorers series to the unrivaled Canyon 456, you'll find no boat that rides better and offers more fishing amenities. Go ahead, experience fishing at its best. Get the Grady.
Hello, welcome to the Carolina Outdoor Journal. Well, today's program is going to take us down to Sutton Lake. Joe, it's all about largemouth bass.
It is, and we've got a good show today. We actually, the first time we've been on Sutton, it's just right above Wilmington, and probably one of the best bass lakes we've got in the state right now. Certainly one of the better ones in the east, and targeting largemouth bass in October, right when this water's changing and things are beginning to change, fall time of the year. Unfortunately, we're fishing on the backside of a cold front, so the bite was not as aggressive as we had hoped, but we still caught some pretty fish.
And we got some tips and gear time today.
Guys will share with us what their intention was to start on Topwater. We're looking for schooling bass, some Topwater action. Caught a couple like that, but they had to switch, and they'll talk about it.
And the recipe today, soft shell crab, BLT.
BLT, right from the kitchen. Donna, she knows how to do it, putting that special touch, adding the crab to a time-tested sandwich. It's really good.
All right, we got a lot going on, so let's go to work on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Well, Randy, it's been quite a time since I've been to Sutton Lake, but I'm looking forward to this trip this morning. I appreciate the invitation.
Yeah, glad to have you with us. It's really going to be a nice morning. We've got some good cloud cover, and I think the fish will be biting.
Yeah. Well, these fish are mostly schooling on bait now.
Yes, they've been after the shad pretty heavily lately, but we'll try to look for the schools, and obviously the closer we can get to the schools, the more opportunity we'll have to catch one. But we'll be doing some fan casting just in a general sense and trying to catch anything that's readily available for us.
Mostly on top and like the bait we're mimicking, or what, a 3-4 inch long shad?
That's right, about 3 inch, and we'll be throwing some topwater baits and some twitch baits,
right.
Kind of emulating the forage fish that the bass are after. So it should be a good morning. We've been doing fairly well recently, yeah. So I'm looking forward to it.
I am too. This sun's starting to come up. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, nice cloud cover.
Yeah.
We ought to do some good today.
Yeah, let's get started.
All right, sounds good.
Randy, you're going to start with a topwater bait, obviously.
Yeah, we're going to put along a little Cordell Crazy Shad. Try that this morning. It kind of looks like the bait they're feeding on, so
yeah.
We'll see if that works.
Well, I had one tied on already, but mine's a little bit larger than that, but I can cast it further, but we'll see if the fish dictate I need to change, I will.
There you go, there you go. Well, we'll cast for them and see what the fish are telling us this morning. We'll let them decide.
That's right. Well, let's see if we can't find one here.
Yeah, sounds good. What we're going to do, Joe, is we're going to be looking for little pops on the surface where these shad are at.
Right.
And the fish typically are going to hang around these schools of shad, so we're going to be looking for that primarily. I see some breaking. If you notice up here on the left, we see some breaking up there. Right. So we'll kind of fish our way toward those and see what we do.
Yeah. Hey, that's a good fish. That come on the fluke, didn't it?
Yeah, hit the fluke.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a strong fish.
He's a healthy looking fish. Yeah, that's a nice fish. Oh yeah. Yeah, on the fluke. All right, come on up here, girl. Well, usually
they're hard to handle, Joe.
I can't even catch him
they're strong.
After you got him caught, I can't catch him. Open your mouth there, bud.
All right.
Look at there.
Good, very good.
Well, that
very
is
good.
a nice fish.
Yeah, come right behind it and just kind of sucked it in.
Yeah, it's a good solid fish.
Yeah, very,
You're
very
right.
healthy.
Well, they're feeding up good.
Very healthy. I love the coloration, the nice, beautiful green, and you can tell how healthy they are from feeding on the shad. High protein does a good job with them.
Yeah. Now, this lake slot limit, or is it 14 and above?
14 and above.
14 and above.
Yeah,
So
that would be a keeper fish, but
Yeah.
I release everything I catch. You know, I'm really into the catch and release because that's a testimony of what it can do for the lake.
Yeah, that's a pretty fish. Get her back in there. All right, good job.
Very good. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Might have to find me a fluke.
I've got plenty if you need one. You can change over whatever you want to do. Joe, the reason I switched over to this fluke was that I'm not seeing much topwater activity right now. So it means that maybe the fish are a little bit more sluggish first thing this morning. So I switched over to the fluke, and we caught one on I think the third cast.
Right.
So go ahead, if you want to continue with the topwater, that's great. But if you want a fluke, I'll give you one of these too.
Ain't nothing like a topwater bite, but if they won't bite it, they won't bite it.
All right, well keep doing what we're doing. We'll see.
It's exciting, but if you catch another one on the fluke, I'll certainly want to trade.
Okay, sounds good.
Hey, don't believe this one's as nice as that one you caught, no. But he is the right variety at least. And he's healthy.
Oh yeah, good fish.
Yeah. He's not too bad. Just watch those treble hooks.
Okay, you wanna go ahead and swing him in?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go, good job, good job.
He's solid, now. He's a little better than I thought he was. He's nothing like that one you caught, but he's still
good
a
fish.
Solid little healthy fish.
Good fish.
You wouldn't quite keep, I don't think, but gonna put him back anyway.
Pop that topwater, didn't he?
He did. Yeah, it makes me feel better.
Yeah, it gives you a little reinforcement effect to throw it some more.
That'll break the ice a little bit.
Good job. Good job. Nice. Way to go. Way to go, Joe. Very encouraging.
So we can find his mama. Randy, what's your favorite month to fish up here in Sutton?
I'd say if I have to pick one month, it would probably be November.
Yeah.
Especially if the plant is generating water. It keeps the water level at around a 70-degree range, and the fish really hit well because of the water has cooled around in that range. So as you know, bass they get a little bit lethargic if it gets too hot or too cold.
Right.
But I found about November is about the best time, and I love to catch them on like a rattling rogue, for example. That's a real good bait to use that type of year.
Yeah.
So if I had to pick one, spring is very good too, though. They're more on a worm bite during the spring. So
they're just feeding up in November.
yeah, anytime the fish are feeding, it probably is my favorite month.
That's a good one, isn't it? There you go. Was that on the fluke?
Yeah. Oh man, boy, I tell you what, he's pulling.
Yeah. Yeah, that is the fluke. I see it coming. Yeah, there he is. Ease him up here. There you go, Randy. All right, sister, hold tight.
A little smaller.
Yeah, but look at the girth on that fish. You did a good job with the hook set, and he had eaten it. Now that one was hungry.
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of working a little slower that time, and just all of a sudden the line went tight.
Yeah.
And I could feel him hitting it.
Well,
yeah, good job.
Where that first fish you saw.
Yeah.
And this one here was kind of a blind cast.
Yeah, with the ripples a little bit harder to see. So yeah, good job.
Pretty
yeah.
fish. Boy, they are healthy.
Yeah. Good job. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Catch another one. I'll help you again. Feels like a little bit better fish.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll stay buttoned up this time. Yeah, that's a nice fish. Yeah. That's what I'm looking for.
Oh yeah, good fish, baby.
Yeah. That's the one you missed a while ago.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's more like it right there. Yeah, that thing's full of treble hooks, so.
Yep. I tell you what, he won't
Don't
give
let
up.
him wet you now.
There we go.
There
Nice
you
fish,
go.
buddy. Nice job, boy. He really crushed that thing on top,
He
didn't he?
did, yeah. He had both hooks in.
Tremendous strike. It just
Yeah.
the water just flew everywhere.
That's why I love that top water.
There was no doubt that that he was on, right?
That's right, yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna get him off. Yeah, he wouldn't have come unbuttoned like that last one did.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a pretty fish.
Yeah, I think I believe that's a different fish. He was in a little bit different location than where he was before.
Yeah.
So,
Well, with that current right there, there could be a little pot of fish.
help you on the
Yeah, I
pond,
might need them. That one hook right there is really right in the bone of that bottom jaw.
Yeah, watch your.
I got it. Just pop it right out.
Yeah, I don't want to get you with that other hook there.
Oh yeah, there are 2 hooks on there. Ain't
Yeah, yeah, there you go.
there? I
Nice
appreciate
fish,
you
buddy.
thinking of me like that. Yeah.
Nice job. Good job, Jay.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Like I say, you never can tell what bait we're gonna nail. You know.
That's right. We jumped all over that top water bait that time.
Yeah, nice job.
Had a bite. All right, there you go. Yeah, another good fish. The old fluke fish. They are strong. Yeah, come on up here, boy.
Yep,
There you go.
little bitty one.
He's a chub. All right.
Good, yeah.
They are pretty and healthy.
Nice green color.
He's eating forage too.
There you go.
Look at there. He scared that fluke so bad it run way up yonder.
Run at the line, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's get another one.
See if old mama's out there. Well, Randy, we've had a light northeast wind this morning, I guess. Not much, but just enough to ripple the water. Is that good, bad? Do you like it? Do you like more wind, or?
Well, a little bit of a ripple is always good. The light northeast today is a little bit high barometer coming in may have kind of shut down on our top water bite a little bit.
Yeah.
But obviously we prefer to have the cloud cover because of the light conditions is much better for the fish anyway, as far as seeing our baits and everything. So I don't really mind the northeast too bad as long as it's not blowing too hard or we don't get too far off the front, the high pressure system.
Yeah. Typically, I would think the wind would help congregate the bait up a little bit.
Right, it does, yeah. But if you notice this morning, we haven't really seen much shad congregating together. And it could be because they're still a little bit scattered with the overcast.
Well, and we're behind that front. You know, front came through yesterday and the day before, and
Right,
I guess that's affected them a little bit.
yeah.
Hey, what if to fish anything like the swirl? That's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Let me get this in. I'll help you with it. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I saw the swirl on the water there. I like to see that. He won't show himself.
He's under the boat and won't come out.
He'll come out. Keep pulling on him. Guarantee you. Well, that fluke keeps running up the line. I think that fluke's scared of a fish. There you go. All right. Come on here, big boy. Yeah, jump a little bit. They are strong fish.
Yeah, very strong. Oh, good job.
I
Good
get
job,
my
Jay.
thumb on him when we got him then.
Way to go. Good thumb job.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well,
There you go. Is it hooked pretty good? Yeah.
Hooked good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good deal.
they are solid old fish now. They are
Yeah.
in here feeding up big time.
Yeah, he really cracked that one.
Yeah, I saw that big old swirl. It was big as the front of the boat. I thought the fish was bigger looking at the swirl.
Yeah, I did too. He was strong. Yeah,
There
good
you
deal.
go, boy.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Well, it's getting to be my turn.
Okay, my turn, your turn.
I shake them off and you catch them.
Very good, very good.
Back on the top water bait there. If he'll stay buttoned up, I've had trouble with keeping them on this thing today.
That's a good fish there.
Yeah, that's a good fish. There you go, girl. Don't you be shaking that thing out.
Yeah, come on, baby. Oh yeah,
That's
good
what we're
jump.
looking for.
Pretty jump.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
Pretty jump. Yeah, nice fish. Nice fish, yeah.
Watch them hooks.
He's hooked pretty good.
Yeah. Unusual for me to hook one pretty good.
Yeah, did a good job on that one, Bubba.
Yeah, well that one acted like he wanted it. Some of them have just kind of flapped at it a little bit and really not been serious about biting it.
Yeah, he crushed it. Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, and that fish is heavy now, he's solid.
Yeah, we saw him hit, actually, threw over to him when we saw him boil, and
Sight fishing.
yeah, good solid fish.
Good solid fish.
Had a good fight, too.
Yeah.
Good job.
Well, it's about time the old blind hog shows back up.
Good job, good job.
Love to do that a few more times.
Yeah, you're on a got a pattern going there, Jay.
Yeah, 2 a day.
That was kind of neat because we saw him hit, and he made a beautiful cast right in the boil where he hit. And boy, he grabbed it, didn't he?
Yep.
Pretty.
That's how it's supposed to work.
Yeah, that's a textbook.
Yeah.
Joe, that front had gotten through, and we still had a good day of fishing.
Well, we did, and as you can see, we had some pretty fish. The guys were hopeful that we could really find more surface action to start with, and it just it didn't come about. But we adapted and changed the lures, and in Gear Time they'll share with us what they had to do. But it ended up being a good day.
Let's go to Gear Time, find out more.
Well, Randy, I've enjoyed my trip back to Sutton Lake.
Very good.
We had a ball.
Glad of it.
I tell you what, the fish were off a little bit because of that cold front, but they got turned on when the sun burned through the clouds a little bit, and we've seen a lot of fish break. We've been able to cast to some of those fish and catch them. Mm-hmm. That was the plan this morning. We started with Flukes and Topwater bait, and we threw a little other stuff, but that seemed to be the bait this morning, like you said.
Yeah, kind of what we figured. That was came through.
Yeah, and we started with a fluke that didn't work, and you actually changed colors, and the fish started picking up better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used that baby bass color there.
Yeah.
And that they seemed to be reacting to that one a little bit better than they did the pearl color one. Yeah.
And I've thrown the pearl, and I've had fish hit it, but I haven't had a hookup on it today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seemed like that northeast wind today, the fish were just not committing to it like they normally do.
Right.
We had a lot of fish follow up behind the bait and never hit it.
Yeah. When you fish these flukes and stuff, what do you throw? A 7-foot rod, 6.5?
Primarily I use a 6.5-foot rod with a 10 to 12 pound test line with a bait caster reel. There's a lot of people that use a spinning rod, but I'm not that comfortable with a spinning rod personally. I have a tendency to stick with a bait caster. Also, those hook sizes, I typically use a Gamakatsu 3/0 wide gap hook. That seems to work the best for me because it gives the bait a lot of action.
Right.
Not overpowering it with something like a 5/0, but there are people that use a 5/0.
Right. Yeah. With the bait just under the water, enough hook weight to get it down just a little bit, and leave that action in there so it does look like a real live bait.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Yeah, I think this lake's fairly clear, so light line is almost a necessity here.
Right. I think they're a bit line shy here. That's why I like to go with the 10-pound test.
Yeah. And on these Topwater baits, that's a new bait Strike King came out with this year. It's got a rattle in it, and I think the rattle helps you cast it, and also is a fish attractor. Mm-hmm. The weight makes it a lot easier to cast, and when those fish are spooky, we're making 40, 50-yard casts this morning.
Yeah, we were trying to stay off of them. You got some really good reaction strikes off that bait. Really, really good. One thing I do, and of course I'm partial to a crazy shad, but what I like to do is also take the factory hooks off, and I'll replace it with some wide bend Gamakatsu. Mm-hmm. I like to put a number 4 on my center belly hook and a number 6 Gamakatsu round bend on the back. And I think that really helps my hookup ratio.
Well, it worked good. I enjoyed it. I'm looking for another invitation. Thank you.
Come back anytime. Be glad to take you.
Okay, enjoyed it.
Thank you.
We hope you got some good information from our gear time. Now let's catch up with Donna. She's in the kitchen. She's got a twist for BLT.
Today in the kitchen, we're going to do a little bit different spin on the BLT. We're going to make a soft shell crab BLT, and it's going to be a lot of fun to make, and it's a little bit different, so it'll be a great party item or just a great dinner if you're at the beach or want to feel like you're at the beach. So let's go ahead and get started. I have my soft shell crabs here, and if you like to crab, this is a great recipe for you to try. So I have my soft shell crabs. They're all laid out on my plate. Then I'm going to use some fish fry to bread them. And the great thing about the fish fry is it has more cornmeal in it, so you're going to get that really crunchy outside and that little corn flavor to it. So what I've done is I put it on my wax paper, and then I'm going to take my soft shell crabs and I'm just going to dredge them in my breader, in my fry here. And I've got my oil on the stove, and it's already heated up. We're going to go ahead and test it to make sure it's ready. I think it is. And we're going to shake off our excess, and then we're going to place these in our oil and just let them cook until they're nice and golden brown and nice and crunchy on the outside. So we're going to bread these. And then once they're done, we're going to, or while these are cooking, we can get our sandwich items ready to go. We already have some some bacon that's fried. So it's a great thing to do with leftover bacon too if you have it. So this is what it's going to look like. We have them, they're all nice and brown and crunchy here. And then I have some rolls that I like. We like these potato rolls at our house. So what you're going to do is just take your tomato and some of your bacon. You can put some lettuce on this if you want, and then top it with your soft shell crab, and you have your sandwich. And I'm going to serve mine with some root chips, which I think are really pretty and add lots of color. You can see I have them already set here, and they're kind of a fun sandwich. We were reminiscing about how the first time someone had it and they have the little legs sticking out, and it's kind of a fun sandwich to eat. So I hope you enjoy the soft shell crab BLTs, and I look forward to seeing you next time here on Simple Cooking.
Thanks, Donna, for that recipe. And other recipes are in our favorite cookbook, Joe, that you can get online. Let's go back to Sudden Lake. Good day of fishing.
It turned out to be. And again, we were facing the passage of a cold front, and the fish were not quite as aggressive as we'd hoped, but still caught some nice fish. And Sutton really has become a really nice bass fishing lake. I mean, some really quality fish, a lot of good fish, and there's a lot of bait fishing there for them. So it's a really healthy population of fish. So if you want to give it a try, they just actually put in a new boat ramp there too, so give it a shot. It's really good bass fishing.
Sudden Lake, another reason to fish in North Carolina.
Absolutely.
For Joe Walby, I'm John Moore. We thank you for joining us today on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Make sure to visit our website for more information.
Grady White boats are known for uncompromising quality through exceptional attention to detail. On every model, from 18 to 45 feet, we incorporate exclusive features and quality components that you won't find on any other boat brands. Our exclusive CV2 hull design is ranked highest in every third-party survey done in the marine industry. So every day on the water will be a great day, no matter the conditions. Ask any Grady White owner and they'll tell you, get the Grady.